Greetings, queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and I am here. We are back, and welcome to the Queen Tulsa Show. Today, we will be discussing the encounter of the Dine and Dash and the Socialite out in California with your big name content creators, ARMON WIGGINS, MILAGROGRAMZ, and NIQUEATNITE. We have a lot to get into. Let's get into it.
What's a girl to do? She needs love. Girls need love. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have it breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you get by. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be healing. I can be real good. We don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love.
All right, so we are definitely back. So I did want to bring forth the story that I had received from Samantha, aka Midnight Cupcakes. And so we are working on her revealing exactly what happened. So if you guys can give me 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and pull our guest up. Okay. So just give me 1 second. And hi there. How are you? You're not ready. You said less than 15 minutes. Okay, we are on air. We are on air right now, honey. Um, if you can just, I guess, talk with the people so they'll know that we're actually having this interview and it's actually you who's speaking up.
Hi everyone, it is me, Cupcake, the $40 bandit, the French fry, frenzy, your favorite person to love, soon to get vindicated. Okay, it is me here in the flesh. I'm in the middle of glam, so I would love to come on camera, which I will soon. So yeah.
Well, absolutely. Well, we'll have spot for you as soon as you arrive. So go ahead and take care of the beauty, and we'll see you here in a little bit.
All right, see you guys soon.
Alrighty. Bye. All right, guys. So there you have it. We are working. We are live in the field as always. So as you guys heard, um, Midnight Cupcakes is going to come by and let us know exactly what happened with Armand Wiggins and the crew. And we all already know how Milagro, how she gives it up. And Neek was on vacation. I think Neek needs to go back off it. She needs to go to another vacation, but I think it just needs to be her because I don't think that she was just ready to come back. I don't think she's ready. I don't think Neek is ready. If you guys think Neek is ready to be back um in the YouTube world, back vlogging, you know, I mean, I just really I don't see it for right now because it seems like she went away because she had a lot of traumatic things going on, correct? I'm so funny. Oh, how am I funny? What I do? But my thing is it is in these YouTube streets, I mean, with content creators, um, I I don't have somebody that I idolize or anything like that because sometimes you'll get disappointed, when it comes to the idolization. Now, when it comes to friendships and things like that, I'm really big on friendships. I'm really big on trust. And I'm really big on if we are going out to eat, that we are all on the same accord. But see, I don't have that issue because when I go out to eat, I go out to eat with people that I love, I trust, and so forth. Hi, my honeys. How are you? Hugging a kiss. Hi. How was school?
It was pretty good. There was a basketball game in the afternoon, but I decided to go to the cafeteria instead
How
because
you
they let
doing?
people go in there if they didn't want to go.
Okay.
Oh, mine was so
Oh,
smooth.
and welcome home. How was your day, Junie?
Good.
How was your day?
My day was good.
Amazing.
My teacher had messed up on the presentation board today in 6th hour.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's had a Friday, May 11th, when it was the 12th.
Oh. Listen, just left behind. Okay, y'all go ahead and get you guys a snack, and we are going to take off here in a little bit. Okay.
I was just like, you want me to take him in so I can cool off a bit?
Yeah, actually, you can take them in, and actually, we do have new items.
Oh, that looks
So this is for our money, so we can put our money in here, and then our products have come in. Oh my goodness, what an amazing! Okay, no. I need a tester. Are there any products over there? Any products like Oh my goodness. Okay, products. Oh, right here. Okay, so we have products. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it because we have products. Okay, so if you guys have not checked, I'm gonna go ahead and play a quick video commercial for you all. And if you want to support, let me know. You can go to QueenTulsa.com, send me a message on there, and I can get your order to you. Stay right with us. Today. All right, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy the commercial. So I have two live. Who wants to be my model for today? Okay, you gonna be my testing model? Okay. So I have a model here by the name of Junie. Okay. And what we have here is the Queen Tulsa Mist Moisturizer. So on a hot day today, is it hot today?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
I believe that I got a solution for you and I can help you out. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and turn her on and let's go. How is that?
It feels so nice.
Oh, yeah. Just imagine having one of these and can pull it out at any given time and have your way. So cool. So easy, so simple. And you could get yours today for only $10. Absolutely. For only $10. How did you like that experience?
It was nice.
Oh, yes. You know what? Actually, oh my gosh. I have our fan going, as you can see over there. We have production over here working today. And so, oh my goodness, it just feels so good to my skin. How does that feel to your skin?
Awesome.
Awesome, amazing. Well, okay, with our second with our second product. You know, mom loves her perfume, and so do you. So now when we go on vacation, instead of taking all of our perfume, I've got a solution. And this is the Pump It Up My Perfume portable carry on. So what you do is right here, you can take it off, of course. And what I did was I had already filled this one up. Oh, I've already filled this one up, but you pretty much just put it at the bottom, take your top off your perfume, put it at the bottom, and then pump it, and then it'll be filled. You can fill it up. Okay. So give me your arm so we can test it out. Okay. Did it come out? Okay. Rub it together. Okay. How easy and simple. Would you like it?
Yes.
$10. It's all yours.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for being on model today, my baby. All right, say bye to the people.
Bye.
And why should they buy any one of these products?
Because it's affordable and it's nice to carry in your pocket or your purse.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Junie, and I appreciate you, and we'll be right back at you. Okay. All right, guys. So that was a beautiful intermission. Family's home, and this is a family item, so it's family friendly, and then definitely kid friendly. So if you want to get one for your daughter, your cousin, your sister, definitely affordable. Okay. All right. Sayla says, busting out the side story. Girl, I love it. And speaking of a side story, I just got a DM. Yeah, I just got a DM. And it seems like Milagro is, up in arms. Milagro is up in arms. Yes, she is right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now that the story has went out, it seems like Milagro is very pressed for some reason. And maybe I should put my mic up close. All right, there we go. Let's see. Busting out the side story. Tulsa, is she your daughter? Yes, she is my daughter. All of my babies are, all the children are mine. So getting back to the story. So you guys know, okay, so Armon did like a story time. NIQUEATNITE did a story time. And guess what? Wiley, shout out to Wiley, because this is how I found Midnight Cupcakes, and she was on the Wiley show. So if you guys know Wiley, tell him Queen Tulsa is giving him his credit and props for covering the story. And now I'm going to cover it from a lady's point of view. You know? So I'm gonna cover it from a lady's point of view. Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are out there. If you are just now getting in, please make sure you sign up on QueenTulsa.com. Sign up is totally free. Get updates. I post consistently. So without further ado, I can bring it up. I want you guys to definitely see how serious I'm taking my brand and how I'm moving in these streets. You know, it's all about motivation, helping one another. This is my website, QueenTulsa.com. If you scroll down, and actually right here, you can contact me. But if you scroll down, I give you a nice welcome, you know, let you know what's going on, online appointments. New services are coming soon. Trust me on that. And the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. and that's Chinese proverb. Y'all know I love the garden, so when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. So we posted today our interview session, and I'll actually read it. It says interview and session, stay tuned. Royals, we are in the works of networking and making connections and freeing the hostages. This young lady was approached in an aggressive way by a high profile content creator on YouTube. Let's chat. Was it okay for the man to address a woman and call her derogatory names? Okay. So this is my site. You can also join my mailing list right here. All my social medias are planted right here. You click on one, it'll take you there. And actually, right now, we're live on Twitch. And so that description is in the chat or in the description of this video. So anytime that we're live on our Twitch as well. So as you can see, we are live right now. So if you guys can go over and follow me. So like if you're on the road, you know, you can follow me on Twitch and you can catch me live streaming. And actually, I really want to convert you guys over here to my website so that you can get the app. And then you have a one-on-one with me. You know, there's no memberships over there, but however you get to communicate with me, because you can always chat with me right here, that little box. Absolutely. How are you guys loving the growth? Are you guys loving the growth? Let me know if you are loving the growth. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. No, you're okay. Great job in leveling up, Queen. Yes, I am consistent with my site because, you know, it's something that I'm passionate about. This isn't something that I'm doing because, you know, I just want to be seen or something like that. See, and you guys can see I've been posting content. The Queen Tulsa must-haves. We have Jaguar Wright, a neo soul singer, arrested and starting over. We have the Tardy for the Party. We have Girl Talk, more content, more worldwide cover stories. So it's a bit of everything over here. And I'll just show you guys, taking you down my website. And just to let you guys know, I created my own website on my own. Every detail, everything. Yes. So pretty much about us is generate excitement, stay connected on all social media platforms. So make sure you all are staying connected to me. Let's explore. You can send topics to discuss. I'm willing to, you know, discuss those topics. And then creative thinking. I want you to sound off on your creative thinking. This is what I tell you guys. YouTube was bigger than me. It's bigger than me. It's for us. And look, we've graduated to our own website. So that's QueenTulsa.com. And also for those of you who are new subscribers or just now finding out about me, I do have an about section, and you can come over and you can read my story. You can read my story. You get to find out my real name, and then you get to stay in touch with me. And I make it very personable. So I'm not going to play the whole thing or run up and down the whole thing. But I did want to give you guys the basics of, you know, what you can expect. So honor to God. Thank you for that. Okay, so I did get a chilling detail just a few seconds ago. And it seems like Milagro wants to have a moment, like she wants to, you know, get down in through there with this young lady. This young lady. She wants to get down and through there with her. And at this point in time, Milagro is grieving right now. There's been reports that Milagro allegedly was smiling up in someone else's face, according to our source. Smiling in Tory Lanez's brother's face. Now, this was supposed to have been, oh my God, I'm standing for Tory. Oh my God, he's innocent, he's innocent. Well, unfortunately, her outfits, her cries, her interviews didn't persuade the judge or the jury. Mhm. And my thing is protect women, all women. It doesn't matter if she's a trans woman. Doesn't matter if she's a biological woman. It does not matter. Protect our women. And to the gay community, to the guys, I don't want to be called the B word. I do not want to be called the B word. I just don't. I just don't. Don't call me no B word. I'm not interested in that. Okay, we have our diva. And I'm going to call her a diva on purpose because she is a very classy woman. And I feel like some of the party goers that were on along for that trip with Nick, Armon, I think it was Tia, and Midnight Cupcakes. Mm-hmm. There were some wonderful aspects to it all. So it wasn't all like a bad thing. I think that they need to be a little bit more appreciative of good company when they are. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into it. So Midnight Cupcakes wanted to come by and she pretty much wanted to clear her name and speak her truth. And I feel like, why not? And we all know, yeah, we're all content creators, but it's some content creators that just like to play in your face and not really be serious. And so I said, okay, we'll do that. Well, just speaking with Midnight Cupcakes, I found out that, she was a dancer and she's a loan officer and, she is a survivor. And a part of her story is she comes from a generation of, I don't want to say misfortune, but let's just say the young lady has been through some trials and tribulations. And I think it's only fair that we give her grace and not really just take off on that hate train because her friends, want to spew a narrative. As a content creator, he goes online, Armon I'm speaking of, and he gives us, oh, well, I'm going to just make a name. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, well, why didn't you tell us her name? And why didn't you tell us the full deep down details of when you actually met the young lady? Because this isn't a young lady that's just a fan that saw him out and said, oh my God, I want to go to dinner. Oh my God, I want to pay for this for you. Oh my God, I want to take care of this. It was nothing like that. And so we got to keep in mind all this is going on. So Midnight Cupcakes decided, well, I'm going to make a response video to what they are saying, which she has every right. So her response video is going to be like chopped down and things like that. So they're going to try to like paint this young lady in a paint a narrative where the public is just going to have like a disdain or, oh my gosh, she's too much, So, with that being said, the the fries that she ordered, she said that they were $10. That they were $10. Hmm. That's what she said. She said the fries were $10, and that yeah. So give me 1 second as we make a phone call.
Thank you for calling Mama Shelter Los Angeles Hotel. Press 1 for hotel. Press 2 for restaurant. Press 3 for the rooftop bar.
Mm. So which one should we go to? The rooftop? Let's go to the rooftop.
Please hold a moment.
I want to be California. Yes.
Thank you for calling Mama Shelter. Can I place you on a brief hold?
Oh yes. That was just so LA. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Ooh. LA. That was so LA, guys. Let me get ready for LA. Do y'all think LA is ready for me? Yes. LA. LA. Welcome to Hollywood. Everybody has a dream. What's your dream? So we're going to call the restaurant and we're going to go upstairs first. So we're going to go, I'm taking you guys up to the rooftop, okay? So now we're in the lobby and now we're going to saunter. We're sauntering up to the desk to figure out where we have to go. And hopefully we don't have a BF to where we have to write a letter. Mhm. Yes. How are y'all doing today? Are y'all happy that I'm on camera? Because there is a receipt from the restaurant. Oh, can y'all see that? Okay, that's the restaurant. Girl, she put me on hold. That is so LA. Because now I want to call them and ask them what was going on the 8th. So what was the 8th? That was on a Monday. We got to get our facts together. Monday at 5:48 p.m. Mhm. Mhm.
Thank you for holding. How can I assist you?
Hi, I'm a content creator, and so I'm actually live on my show. The other day, there were some content creators. That was actually Monday, the 8th. They had come in and they had said that they had a bad experience there. Did you hear of that?
I did not hear of that. I'm sorry. Can you walk me through that one more time?
Yeah, they said that they had come into the restaurant and they had got drinks, and I guess apparently drinks had like lipstick or lip prints on them. One of the one of the party goers said that she ordered a bottle of water and it was hot, and when she asked for ice, I guess you guys didn't have ice, and then she had complaints about the silverware, which was made out of like, I guess y'all are going green.
Yeah, I do know of that. Did she talk to Amanda? So right now, this is a hotel. So we're a separate entity from the rooftop, essentially.
Oh wow.
Did she speak to a manager about this?
Well, I don't think that she did. I mean, just from the looks of what she said on her commentary, she wanted, I mean, I feel like some I feel like somebody should have done something about it. And I was calling to see if they had reached out to her so she can get a great experience the next time.
am with the hotel.
Mhm.
So I haven't heard any of this. Do you mind just giving me her first and last name?
Well, her name is NIQUEATNITE, and you can follow her on YouTube or
Hold on.
in.
I'm so sorry. Hold on one moment.
Okay.
I do have just two guests right here in front of me.
Oh yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Okay,
That's
one
so
moment.
LA. So LA. Yeah. Mhm. So LA. You know what? Actually, I'll get me a moist while we wait. So LA. Because this is so LA. Get yours today. So you can be so LA. Wow.
Thank you for waiting. This is Charmaine. How may I help you?
Hi, Charmaine. Are you? Are we at the rooftop?
No, this is for the front
Oh,
desk.
we're still at the front desk. Okay. I thought we had sauntered on up already. But yeah, if you want to find her, her name is Neek. Hold on, let me see. Her name is Neek at Night, and you can find her on Instagram.
What is this in regards to?
Her bad experience. Oh, I'm gonna give you her email address. This was a bad experience. Her name is Neek LeClaire, but she had a bad experience on Monday, May 8th at 5:48. She had come into the restaurant and she had no alcohol or anything like that. The only thing she ordered was a salad, which was like $20. And then she ordered like a bottle of water. And I think like the bottle of water was like $9, which is so LA. But she had complained about the water was hot. And when she was eating her salad, the utensils that they had given her, they were like, I guess paper, because I guess the restaurant is going green. And she was dissatisfied about that because the fork had broken off into her salad.
Okay.
And so she had a bad
I do apologize about that.
Yeah. And
So,
well, wait. No, I
we're
wasn't.
not the
I
right
wasn't
person.
done. I was
Oh, sorry.
okay. So she had a bad experience. So I'm one of her subscribers. That was horrible. She had come out to spend money. She didn't have no 5, 10, $15. She actually has money. And she tips well. So I wanted her next experience to be pleasant.
Okay, definitely. I do apologize for the bad experience that she had in our property. I will definitely direct this to the F&B and her food and beverage managers. So you
Can I give you her
said,
email address so y'all can
yes,
email
please.
her?
Yeah, of course.
So I'm gonna give you my email address so they can email me if they have questions, and I'll give hers. And the reason why I'm gonna give mine is I just want to make sure something is gonna be, something should be done about it, maybe a complimentary something. But my email address is Q as in Queen, U as in umbrella, E as in elephant, E as in elephant, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, U as in umbrella, L as in lion, S as in Sam, A as in apple, D as in dog, I as in ice cream, R as in Robert, E as in Edward, C as in cat, T as in Tom at gmail.com.
You said what's the last after C?
T.
What's the last letter? Sorry,
T.
T and then Tom.
Yes. T as in Tom.
At Gmail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, gmail.com. So let me repeat that. It's Q as in Queen, U as in uniform, E as in Edward, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, U as in uniform, L as in Lima, S as in Susan, A as in apple, D as in dog, I as in India, R as Romeo, E as in Echo or Edward, C as in Charlie, as in Tom at gmail.com.
Yeah, so QueenTulsaDirect@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. And you said this was May 8th at 5:48 p.m.?
5:48 p.m.
Okay, and they had a salad. Okay.
And
my name is Charmaine.
Christian was their server. Was her server.
Christian?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Charmaine. I am the front office manager for the hotel. But
Okay.
definitely I will reach out to our restaurant managers so that they can reach out to you with regards to this Spanish experience.
Yes.
Yeah, I do apologize on behalf of the whole hotel. Like, this is not an experience that we want to give out to our guests. Definitely.
Right. I was just thinking it was just so LA, just so LA.
Yeah. We try here at Mama, we try our best, like, to break that stigma and give our guests, everybody, a great experience. And I do apologize that we did not live up to our expectations. But definitely I'll have them reach out to you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen, and happy Mother's Day if you're a mother, and happy Mother's Day to your staff. Let them know, I'm calling to complain, but I can also wish them a happy Mother's Day.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I did not catch your name. I'm so sorry about that.
Queen Tulsa.
Oh, okay, that was your name. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, happy Mother's Day to you as well, if you're a mother.
Thank you, Charmaine.
Have a great day.
Okay, thank you, Charmaine.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so that was the hotel. And I felt like I should call and have some class about myself because Armon and his posse couldn't do that. If there was a bad experience, you're heated. You have people in the party that are mad because somebody didn't want to pay $10, or somebody went with their friends and it was $10, and you guys are charging. Is everybody getting charged $10 for the healthcare charge? We want to know. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Queens and kings, go ahead and shop today. And we are back. Okay, so thank you all for sticking with us through that commercial break. There were a few things that I did want to go over before we go forward. I want to bring this to you guys, if you guys don't already know, that Midnight Cupcakes met Milagro and Armon at the same time. So if you guys did not know that, she met them both at the same time. So it's not like she's like I said, some deranged fan, or just, someone that just, she's not like someone that's just, that just fell out the sky, so to speak. She met them last year, in December. Okay, we're back. Is that Armon over there playing in his magic? Hold on, let me get my stones. Look, girl, let me light my sage, because you know what, Armon, I'm not about to play with him. Where is my sage at, child? Oh, child, where's that sage? Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I got some sage. Hold on. Girl, where is the sage at? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this sage. And check out my purple chair, child. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what was I looking for? Oh my goodness. Oh, my sage. So there you are. Uh-huh. Girl, yes, ma'am. And listen here. You just never know what you are going to get, honey. You just never know. I wish I was there because if I was there, I would have been right there with my camcorder. Okay. Now that would have been so LA, because our mind says that, Midnight Sky says, oh, it's just so LA. It's just so LA. Okay. So, okay, I got my props and everything, girl. We got the stage, we have the camera, we got it all. We're doing an investigation. Okay. We are about to clear out the space because we got knocked off of StreamYard. And I don't know what Armon is doing over there. I don't know what it is because I don't need him running up over here in my chat trying to come at me. I'm a woman. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not with all that no man running up in my face. You gotta bag up. Get up out of here. You have to get up out of here. Yes, you gotta get up out of here. Okay. So we're thankful for that. Okay. So let's get back to my product. You guys make sure you go to my website, send me a message, get your Queen Tulsa face moisturizer steamer at the same time on a hot day. Only thing you have to do is click that button, baby, and you can cool it off. All right. And we also have perfume traveling packs. Okay. We have a perfume traveler. Okay, I think that's safe to say. All right, so going back into the story. Now, Milagro, like I said, Milagro and Armon had met Midnight Cupcake at the same time, right? And so Midnight Cupcake sent me a text message of Milagro saying, here, let me see. Can I get my Cash App in the chat? Can y'all hit the Cash App, please? This is an exclusive. This is definitely an exclusive. We're about to put my Cash App in the chat. If you guys can please donate to this show. Okay. And then we're also going to put QueenTulsa.com so you guys can make sure you are following me there as well. Very personable. All right. So now that we put our Cash App and our website in the chat, now I'm going to go ahead and read the text messages that Milagro sent to Miss Midnight Cupcakes. So she says, Milagro says, it's a message that it got chopped up, but it says, anyone based on a live mint, I'm grieving, but I'm never too down and out. So when you want action, drop a PNO and we gonna see what's up. Simple. So Midnight Cupcake responds, Milagro, are you asking me or telling me? Milagro says, you went online implying you want to fight. So what's up, Samantha? And so Samantha replies, I implied, are you okay? Okay. Hi, Gemini. So here, and now I'm going to actually drop the link in case Midnight Cupcake drops in on the video in case she needs to come up. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So it says, so Milagro says, you went online implying you want to fight. So what's up, Samantha? Then Samantha Midnight Cupcake responds, I implied, Are you okay, Milagro? No, she said, are you okay? Milagro, stop the BS. Get the F off my phone. You've done a lot online. Leave it there. You've gone too far and it's disgusting. You showed me exactly how people do you. Have a beautiful day. Take care of the girls. Enjoy your life. Refrain from texting me back. Girl, Milagro is ready to throw them blows. You know, she's ready to throw some blows. Sounds like. Milagro? Why, girl? Now, why do you want to? Milagro, you were just in court. Y'all were just at the courtroom. So you're telling me that you want to be in there with Tori that bad that you are out here allegedly making these threats. Because that's what it's given. That's what it's given. But, I can expect that from Milagro because Milagro seems like she's a little rough around the edges. You know, I mean, she looks very uncomfortable, you know, with how people are about to expose her. Milagro, you didn't piss the wrong person off. Yes, you did. Unfortunately. All right, beautiful queen. Actually, you know what? Um, okay. She has to call in. Oh, to come through the live. Okay, we just got an Instagram call from Sister Cakes. Um, Let me go ahead and send her the link again so she can come up and we could do this breakdown in front of everybody. And this is not going to be like a bash session where, you're going to come up here and try to take this woman down. We don't do that. Okay. 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 She says she's ready. So I'm sending her the link right now. Okay. So she just saw it. All right. So, guys, we are the moment that you've all been waiting for. If you all have any questions, type them in the chat, and that way I can answer them for us. I'll be able to answer them for us. And while we wait for her, we're going to go on a quick commercial break. I want you to get your products and shop. Go ahead and shop today. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let me go ahead and Okay, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as I go ahead and all right, we made it. Give me the thumbs up when you are ready to come on. All right, thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Midnight Cupcakes on the Queen Tulsa show. Who would have ever thought that we would be interviewing a socialite all the way from California? Without further ado, Cupcakes, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so sorry I ran behind. LA is just so like, what is the clock? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like so LA, that's so LA, right? Yes.
How are you, beautiful?
You know what? I won't complain. I am grateful that I have an opportunity to step up to the plate and do something positive for life, for our sisters, for humanity. So that's how I'm feeling.
I love
How
that.
are you feeling?
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm on that same path then. I feel the same way.
Absolutely. So, how are you today? Before we get into the big topic, because out here in these streets, you are labeled the diva dine dasher out in these streets. And so, for the people that don't know you, let's go ahead and give you a warm introduction. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Okay. Well, everyone does know me in LA as Cupcakes. Of course, my Instagram name is Midnight Cupcakes. My name is Samantha. I am living in LA, originally from San Antonio, Texas. So shout out to 210. I guess I'm the $40 French fry bandit, but I'm here to clear it all up and let's get into it. I have other things that I do besides running the streets of Hollywood rampant. I am a fully trained professional dancer, studied in ballet, and my 9 to 5, I am a loan officer. So I do work in finance. So financial issues are never my problem. I don't know what's going on.
All right. All right. So financial issues have never been your problem. I feel you on that one. So I did inform our guests that you were a dancer, you had danced in videos, and also that you were a loan officer, and that you were not just this scrub that wanted to fit in and wanted to hang out with some YouTubers that only have big numbers on YouTube. So can you let us know in December of what year you met Milagro and Armon at the same time?
I met Milagro and Armon in 2022 of December during the Lanes and Stallion case, or the People versus Lanes case in Los Angeles. I don't live too far from the courthouse, so I did not show up day one. I showed up day 2. So I had actually spoken to Milagro maybe months prior regarding a assault case she was covering. I had been one of the young ladies that was involved, and that was my first time ever speaking to her. So first time ever meeting her was at the courthouse in December. Yes.
Okay.
As well as Armon.
Okay, and I apologize for that traumatic event that you've gone through, and being a survivor and speaking on that. We had a personal conversation behind the scenes, but I feel like it was appropriate for you to disclose that at your will. So you meet them in December, you meet them at the court. What was the vibe like at court with Armon and Milagro?
So I knew of them from the internet, of having some type of like rival maybe, or some type of like social media feud. So when I first met Milagro, nothing but love. We hugged and embraced and all that good stuff. And then Armon, I think, showed up either half of the second day or something of that nature. And I saw them together. So I think they were like clearing up the air or trying to come together and figure out what they were going to do, because they both were trying to cover the case. So they decided to join forces. So Armon and I had met, and I think either that same day or the next day, they decided to have a sit-down conversation, which was filmed. I was there for that. Armon had rented a studio. We had brought food and liquor and all that good stuff. They sat down, had the powwow, and then after that, we were all, myself and another young lady was there as well. We all went back to Armon's apartment, and I brought food. You know, we continued the conversation. He kind of gave us his backstory of where he came from and how he started from the bottom, and like, you know, how he's a real success story here in LA.
Yes. Well, I think that's so LA. Let's take it back to y'all. Okay, so they're at court. They have a come to Jesus moment. Then they go to the studio. They have an interview, and you were present for that interview, correct?
Yes.
Were you responsible for bringing any items, as far as like food, hors d'oeuvres? And if not, did you still bring them?
Yeah, I definitely wasn't in charge of bringing any food. I told everyone if they were hungry, and I said I was going to go get Jack in the Box and I'll just order for everyone. So no one gave me like a specific order of like, oh, I want this with a burger and fry, like nothing. I kind of just got something from the menu in a plethora of amount, and then decided to, you know, I divvied it out to everybody, if you will. So I volunteered to do that, and I don't even think I got a thank you.
That's so LA.
Oh, LA.
Well, okay, so all that happens. Okay, so now we're at, how did you come together to go on a DINE date with the crew?
So that was again December. I don't think Lanes had been sentenced yet, or you know, the trial was still going on. During that time, I'm kind of getting, in my own words, closer to the group because I'm outside in LA. I know some tea. We kind of compare notes, and so it's kind of like getting that stamp of approval. Like, okay, she is outside. She is on the field. Like she's really one of those girls that goes to the clubs and everything. I'm there when the celebrities are there. I'm leaving with some. I'm doing this and doing that. So fast forward to this whole French fry gate. I have also had private moments.
You know
with,
before we go to the French fry gate, I want to stop right there. So you have connections, because you said something that we didn't talk about. You have connections. You're at parties. First of all, you're single, young, beautiful, independent, you know, young socialite, and you're out here living your best life. Do you think that you intimidated these individuals that, you know, Armon and Milagro, without knowing that you intimidated them?
So a great question. I didn't think that I was intimidating anyone because I'm so
LA.
I'm LA, but I'm so nonchalant because I'm with everyone in their own lane. I know Armon is the whole Fashion Nova guy. He has his connects. Then Millie has her thing. Milagro has her podcast. She has her kind of vibe that she does as far as like getting the hard hitting cases and everything. So I didn't think they were trying to dabble in my lane, and I definitely wasn't trying to be a blogger or a YouTuber. So everyone had their own lane, which I think that's why it lasted so long, or you know, this is just now happening because it's not anything regarding news or you took my story. It's about French fries. I don't know if we would have ever argued about something else. So to answer your question, no, I didn't think they were jealous. I didn't suspect that at all.
Okay. Well, the reason why I asked that is because in LA, you have Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee. And were you aware of Jason Lee and Armon they were close at once and then now they're not present day? Were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware of the beef until Armon brought it up. I actually have worked with Jason. I've done some of his birthday parties where he'll have like performances and I will background dance for the artist that he's having perform. So I've done, I believe, 2 birthday parties for him where I don't think he knows me by name, but when he sees me, he definitely speaks. So I don't think Armon was privy to that, but Armon did mention that, you know, he would go to parties and Jason would see him and pay him dust or whatever. But I didn't know the beef was that extensive. So no, I didn't even know the detail of that, but I do know that there was static.
Yeah. And so while we're here on the bloggers, do you blog? Is that what you do? Like,
I do not. This is so, no, I do not. My YouTube channel was me doing concept videos and dance videos. And I tried to vlog my day to day, but that just became like, you got to show it all, or you got to really like pick up the camera when you're doing something. And when I'm really in the moment, the last thing these celebrities and people want is a camera in their face. So I just was living in the moment. So I stopped doing that, but I had tried to do it. Then I moved to TikTok, and TikTok is kind of, you know, all the dances and everything, but it was too gimmicky with like the voiceovers and like the little hip movements when I'm like really trained to really blood, sweat, and tears in the field. So I don't do any of that. I did want to start doing podcasts because I have great story times that are not messy. And I have celebrity friends that would have come on. So this kind of forced me to now jumpstart that. Because I had a whole rollout that I wanted to do, but God's timing.
God's timing. And I believe that. Well, when we talk about the parties, can you give me, not without saying names, an experience from a party?
Okay. Oh my God, there's so many.
And you like to tell stories, so give us like a little story, you know.
Okay. Let's see. What's a good story? So I have a lot of friends that, male and female friends, I will say that. I have a lot of, first of all, with my dance experience, me being on sets and like you're literally 5 feet away from the artist that you're performing for, dancing with, rehearsing, all that good stuff. So being a great energy and not being clicked up, I do everything by myself. So when girls are like stretching and they're doing this now, I'll kind of be off to the side and like, you know, I'll go get snacks and everything by myself. And so I don't know if that prompts the artist to like kind of want to know my story, but I would just get invited to places. So one particular story, I met a girl. She is Ethiopian. She's Eritrean. And she was like, you know what? You're so fun to be around. I have a party I want to go to, but I don't want to go by myself. I said, sure, I'll come. She's like, well, you have to drive. I'm like, okay, there's the catch. I'll drive. So I drove my car. She gave me the address. Address is far. I'm like, where are we going? We are like an exit away from heaven. We just keep going up and up and up to these damn hills. So we get to the mansion, of course. And I'm just like, she won't tell me where we are. That's the thing. They won't disclose where we're going. They'll just give you a random address. And if you're down, you're down. Yeah. So this was like 6 o'clock in the evening. Traffic is crazy, but we get there. Mansion. And I'm just like, I'm looking around. And I see these like awards. Then I see an Oscar. Then I look closer and I see the name. So I'm like, there's no way we're at this particular house. There's no way. So I'm keeping it all in my head. I'm fangirling, but I'm keeping it all in my head. And I'm just like, okay, somebody's got to pop out and say prank or something, but I'm keeping it cool. So of course there's like staff, there's other girls there, and it's supposed to be a pool party, but I don't see much of a party. It's just like kind of like low key. So I'm, of course, being in LA, people are going to show up late or they already left or they're coming back, whatever. You just be there. So I'm there. I get in the pool, take some cute photos. I'm like, very like low key. And the homeowner walks in. and he's like, hey, everybody, what do you guys need? We got bottles, we got food coming, ETA about 20 minutes. Let me know if you guys need anything. And like, let's just turn up. The party just starts happening. And before I knew it, now it's 8 o'clock and there's just so many people. We're just all having a grand old time. So I'm like, okay, this is my time to make it known that I'm not here to just like party.
Yeah.
So I go up to the particular person and I'm like, let's take a shot and let's get in the pool. He's like, let's do it. You're the only person that came and wanted to take a shot with me. Let's do it. So we take the shot. He gets in the pool. Now it's more inviting that like this girl got this guy to get in the pool. So now everyone's comfortable getting in the pool because they were first crowding around the jacuzzi on their like bougie stuff, but now everyone's in the pool. They're on the floaty. They're doing the thing. And so he's like, you know what? You are so cool. Like, I want to know more about you. Where you come from? Who brought you here? And I was like, well, my girlfriend brought me here. Like, I'm a nobody. I'm from Texas. He's like, no. When is your birthday? I'm like, I'm a Cancer, July 17th, 7/17, Cancer gang. He's like, okay.
Cancer gang, July 5th.
Cancer. Ah! Gang. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to throw a birthday party for you. I'm like, okay. Throws this beautiful birthday for me, gets a custom dress. Like it literally, that's how it happens. Like you just show up and be pleasant to be around and treat these people like they're normal people because they are. They just happen to have a job that we all recognize and respect, and they get paid for doing that particular job. So that's one story. Of course, it could be more juicy, but I can't give it all away.
Yes, because you'll be starting your podcast, and when you do, you will be coming back on here so we can let the viewers know where they can listen to you and all of the Hollywood stories. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure you're not going to name names, but I would listen. I'm curious. That sparks interest because when you think about Hollywood parties and just the atmosphere, I've never been there. I just think that I'm only comfortable with hearing the stories right now at the parties. Let me ask you this. Do you eat and drink at the parties?
I will have a drink or two at the parties. If I'm not drinking, I'll have a shot. But some of the parties have food. I don't really think, I'll kind of grub, but I'm mainly there like with this is the thing. Now that my celebrity encounters have become friends, I don't want to say like, oh, I was there networking and I knew this would happen. I literally was organically being myself.
Right.
So some of my friends aren't afraid of me name dropping because they know I had the most ultimate respect for them. And they'll come and tell you, like, I'm a pleasure to be around. There's nothing crazy that happens. Me repeating the story wasn't bad. So I will have some of my guests will be those celebrities that I am mentioning, so they can be there and tell it, with me. But yes, to answer your question, I'll definitely have a cocktail when I'm there, just to not be weird,
Okay. So let me ask you this. So I'm trying to continue to give history. So you and Milagro had met before, and she had covered a story that you were involved with because you're a survivor of SA, or you're a survivor. Correct. Okay, SA. Okay, so you're a survivor. Now you're out here. You're in LA. You're doing your thing, and you met friends, and you built the history through text, through phone calls, right? Okay.
Correct.
And so now it's just a particular day, once again, surrounding the Tory Lane situation. He's in court again. He's facing 9 years. Do you think that played a part in Milagro and you coming to the interactions of the text messages that you sent me. And I know I'm skipping ahead here, but when she says she's grieving, is she grieving because of the Tory Lanez case or?
No, she had a. I don't really know who the gentleman was to her, but someone passed. A male friend of hers passed.
Oh,
So when that like dine and dash happened, she said that the energy was accurate, but she didn't have enough energy to do it because she was grieving. So she said if she had not had that loss, she would have had that same smoke for me. So she doesn't think that Armon is wrong. The text messages that I've now sent you is someone had, again, internet business, man. I tell you, I would never want my fan base to be that type of evil and malicious. Someone told her that I want to fight her the next court hearing. And so she texted me, which I thought I was blocked, but she texted me and said, you know, are you implying that you want to drop a pin when I come? It's up. And so I responded and said, are you asking me or are you telling me? Like, we're grown. We're both 30. She has 2 daughters. I don't have any children. She's supposedly married. I'm not. I have things to lose. I'm not sure if she cares, or I don't even know how we would interact when she can't get in the courtroom. Like, I don't know how we would even cross paths anymore. But she definitely is feeling some type of way, and I don't know if we can blame it on a death if that behavior is if it's normal. I don't know.
okay. So I'm just trying to paint a picture because you ladies are cool, y'all are calm, y'all collected, y'all are going to court, y'all are having lunch, and all of a sudden they get kicked out. A lot of people are speculating that you got them kicked out of the courtroom. How do you respond to that?
No. I wish people would stop giving me this credit because I am not some big bad wolf. I like to go outside at night, dip it and do it, and get my little cocktail and come back home solo back to my puppy. If I had that much power, it would have happened a long time ago. I've treated this woman to courtside Clipper tickets to Clipper games. She didn't say thank you because she felt like she didn't stay the whole game, so it wasn't really a gift. I'm not sure where the energy
You
stemmed
gifted her
from.
courtside tickets. You and MILAGROGRAMZ, and if memory serves me, did she take a photo and place it on Instagram while she was there one day?
She definitely was live at the basketball game that I took her to, and she was on Snapchat. Yes.
You took her to that game. So, wow. Okay. I'm trying to paint a story to our audience because they're only hearing bad things about you.
It's terrible. I would love, thank you, Queen, for giving me the platform to do so, because I don't think anyone has yet to ask me that. Like, no one's putting the pieces together. There's no way this woman should have this much heat and animosity. 6 months of our friendship, now we're wanting to fight each other? What? It's beyond me at this point. It's gotten to be very disgusting, very nasty, and this is not what I ever want to be attached to in any way, shape, or form. I like to spoil my friends because I've been spoiled by being a great person around these big names. I then want to give back because to me, now this is normal. A normal girl like me, a Black woman, can do this. So when you come to my city, I want to treat you. And so I think she's offended that I use the word wine and dine, but we Googled the term. It means to entertain someone, to show someone a good time, which is what I did every single time. We would go to eat, the manager would see me. We don't do lines. I would never, and I say that in the most humbling way, that when the manager sees me, how you doing? Like, when the manager sees me,
okay, how you doing?
Yes. When the manager sees me, he's like, come sit down. Why are you like? And not that I exude this bouginess, but I tip well. I say thank you. If it's my first time here, so any ladies watching, say hi to the doorman because they probably work at other doors in the clubs. Say hi to a bartender because they might be your favorite, getting you free drinks. and say hi to the owner or the manager if you can, and just be nice. My first time at an establishment, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to come bring the ladies. When are you here? It's so easy.
We're gonna have to do a class on that. Etiquette 101. Seriously, let's partner up, collab, and do an etiquette, because I feel like nowadays some women with this Zeus network and all this drama and stuff, I think ladies forgot how to be ladies. Like, let's get out of that survival mode. And actually, speaking of doing something for us, I am going to be sending you this gift. This is your Queen Tulsa steamer. And because you're so LA and you like to go out, I want you to shine. It's not a Wendy fan, but it's actually something better. So what you can do is you can hit this light. Well, hit this button right here. And girl, you can be so LA and get your mist on.
The cutest
Out
thing,
in the
Queen. Thank you so
club.
much.
Out
I cannot wait.
And I want you to be, listen, I want you to be so LA. I want you to pull it out when you are out there. You know, you need your little mist. And I want to do that for you. And you are a mommy because you are a fur. You have fur babies. Well, fur babies.
You. Yes.
So this is your gifts. I will be
Thank you so much. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to definitely tag you, and you'll see me at some rooftop with my mist and just being so LA.
Yes. Yes. And I want you to use that hashtag being so LA. Now, listen, we are having a lot of fun, but let's get into the parties at the restaurant and how that's going to go, because we didn't discuss it here. We kind of had a off the camera conversation. So I want to know, okay, so all the parties that were there, let's go out by name. So it was you, it was Armon, it was Milagro, it was NIQUEATNITE, it was NIQUEATNITE's friend, and I think
Another woman was there.
Okay, another woman. Okay, so you can use their names on here. I'm not pressed about it. I just want you to tell me, and then wherever I want to ask a question, then I'll jump in. But this is a segment that's all about you. So before we get to all about you, introduce yourself one more time, introduce your social medias, and the show is going to be yours.
Hey everyone, my name is Cupcakes, aka Midnight Cupcakes. Real name is Samantha. Everything and everywhere to find me is Midnight Cupcakes. YouTube, Midnight Cupcakes TV, TikTok, Midnight Cupcakes, Instagram, Midnight Cupcakes, and I don't have a Twitter, but I feel like I should make one before my name gets taken. So everything is Midnight Cupcakes. Hope you guys love me, hate me, but just keep it cute. Keep it cute, because all I stand for is cute and confetti and sprinkles, and that's it. But Queen, I wanted to let you know there was also another blogger there. So it was me, Armon, Milagro, Tia with the T or whatever, NIQUEATNITE, and then her friend was sitting next to me, and then another older woman that was there. So that is the total of 7. So.
Okay. So this is your time. So this is your time to tell it your way, how everything went your way. So I'm going to drop down. This is your segment, your hour, because nobody wanted to give you a platform to just tell your side without any interruptions. And so before we do that, you're giving Sierra. Have you got that? You are giving Sierra.
Yes. I get Sierra. I get I get Simone Biles.
Yes.
And I get Dawn from Diddy Dirty Money. I get Dawn.
Yes. Now I see it. Wow.
Okay.
Go on.
So let's start from the beginning. So after court, I decide that I want to take Milagro to a rooftop in Hollywood. Armon is more than welcome to come. He knows he's going to come along. I call the Lyft. I'm a Lyft girl. I'm not really an Uber girl. I call the Lyft. Lyft comes. Milagro gets in, I get in, Armon gets in. And I'm kind of thinking, why am I squished back here when I can sit in the front seat? Tia gets in the car. When Tia gets in, Armon's looking like... So I'm texting now so they can see my phone. Is she coming? Are you guys okay with her coming? He said, well, just say it. And I said, okay. Hey, Tia, are we taking you back to your hotel? Or are you coming? What's going on? And she's like, well, I'm going wherever Milagro goes. So now we're looking at her like, okay, so she's going where you going. So is she safe for us to kind of freely talk in the car and like at the lunch and everything? And so Armon then reiterates and like, he's like saying, I like to talk freely and openly. I don't want to have to watch my back. I want to be able to, you know, dip it and do it. And so she's like, yeah, just give me a chance. I don't do YouTube. I do a whole separate thing. We're not in the same fields. We should have no issue. So he's like, okay, cool. So we go to Hollywood. Armon proceeds to tell me that Nick and her friend are coming. So they're supposed to be meeting us at a sports bar in Hollywood. Also, the older woman is coming. She's trailing behind our Lyft. So we get to the sports bar. It's called Third Base in Hollywood. If you know, you know. It's cute. I didn't realize there was a basketball game going on. So when there's a basketball game going on, they charge $50 a head, meaning you have to have $50 accumulated in food and drinks. Obviously, once you reach that, you're good to go. But they're showing the game. So I walk in and I'm like, I don't think this is their vibe. But you know, it's delicious food. Oh my God, the best food. So the girls and I go in the restroom. Milagro changes her clothes. And the older woman comes, she finds parking, she comes inside. So it's myself, Milagro, and Tia in the restroom, and then the older woman comes. Armon's outside on the phone booking security for his Pride appearance. And Nick and her friend haven't arrived yet. They're looking for parking. So when the girls come out the restroom, I'm then told that information of like, there's reserved tables, you know, we're da-da-da-da. And so I'm like, okay. So it wasn't like I didn't have pool. Everyone didn't want to be there because they weren't playing the music. They're showing the game. We can't really talk freely. They have these like booths that like, you know, you're sitting in a booth and kind of like stuck. So I'm like, you know what, you guys, let's go across the street to Mama's shelter. So they're like, okay, well, this is your day. Show us where, show us your LA. So I get up, we all get up, let's go. So now I think Armon went to go get Nick and her gentleman friend. So we're walking. As we're walking, if you know Hollywood, it's like this trifecta. This is the place we left. This is Tao. And this is where we're going. You can hit all the same spots. So as we're walking past Tao, I try to open the door. It's closed because it's like super early. They don't open till like 6, 7. Keep that in mind. So we're walking. As we're walking, Milagro's pants rip. And we're like, are you freaking kidding me? What is happening? What is happening? So we tell her, you know, this is key. We tell her to, you know, tie her jacket around her waist so you can't see that her zipper is fully like exposed. So as we walk to Mama's shelter, you have to, there's a restaurant at the bottom and it's a hotel, and then the rooftop is where we were going. So you have to take an elevator up, but security has to like pat you down, all that good stuff. So we all go in. They go and sit at the table that they find. You have to wait to be seated, but it's okay. It's okay. So they all go sit down. Cool. Now we're all seated. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get this party going. Let's take some shots. So I go to the bar. I order 2 shots. One for myself, one for Armon. This is usually my hospitality thing. I always get them a round of shots first. I get him a shot. I get a shot. I get Milagro a shot of water. She's a vodka girl, but I knew she wasn't in that space for drinking, but I still wanted to see if she was going to take it. So I go to the bar, get the shots. You have to pay for them there because the table was separate from the bar. Like I walked a few feet. So I get the shots and, you know, I'm like, hey guys, shots, come, Millie, Armon, cheers. Let's do a little boomerang. Let's do something. I don't end up filming it, but I'm like, let's just cheers. Millie's like, I'm not drinking that. I said, just taste it. See if you like it. I got the premium vodka that you like. She's like, I'm not drinking it. She's like, I'll take a sip. That's it. I said, well, was it good? She's like, I think it tastes like water. I said, it was water, loser. Like, it was supposed to be a prank, and no one got it. Whatever. Worst idea. So key factor that I want to mention. I got myself a shot, and I got Armon a shot. No thank you, no nothing, whatever. Armon was saying that this shot is dirty. The cup is dirty. He's like, I'm not drinking out of this shot. I'm like, okay, well, we'll get you a new cup. So as everyone's kind of putting their drinks or orders in, he tells the waitress, I want a new cup, a new shot. And she's like, well, what did you get? And so he looked at me because I'm the one who ordered. I said it was Don Julio Reposado. So she goes and gets him a new cup. So now we have a total of 3 shots. My shot, the dirty shot that no one wanted to take because it was a dirty cup, and then his fresh, brand new shot. The dirty shot, I'm like, well, somebody can have this, whatever. So I just set it on the side. So I'm kind of babysitting mine because the food hasn't come out. So I order some French fries. The French fries are called bougie fries. How on brand. The bougie fries have aioli, Parmesan, parsley. They're like waffle French fries puffed up. It's the cutest thing. So I just get a bowl of French fries. Everyone starts ordering food. Cool. Now we've officially like settled in. So I'm like, you guys, I'm going to have a friend join me. She just got engaged. So they're going to be on their way. No one opposed. No one cared. Whatever. So Cupcake's going to do what Cupcake's going to do. So, of course, my friend showed up. And the gentleman happens to be a rapper. And the young lady is his new fiance. So they come. I know them both. I met her through him. But obviously, they've joined together. So they come and sit down. And I'm like, well, we don't have enough chairs. So the rapper friend, grabbed a chair. And then I'm sitting next to Nick's friend. So I'm sitting next to, I'm sandwiched between Armon and Nick's friend. I think his name is Dominique. So I'm like, Dominique, can you move seats with me so that I can sit next to my girlfriend? He's like, yeah. So we moved seats. So now I'm sitting officially next to my girlfriend, and she's across from her man. So she's like, I'm so tired, Cupcake. I just landed from Ohio. I need tea. I was like, I'll get you some tea. We're going to get you some tea. Waiter comes. She's like, there's no tea up here. We're a full service bar. Tea's downstairs in the kitchen, in the foyer, the kitchen area. And I'm like, okay, we'll just take this shot. So mind you, I've already finished my shot. So it's the clean shot that no one's taking, and then the dirty shot. So the dirty shot or dirty cup, I'm like, let's just take that. F it. I don't know if he's still working on that shot or babysitting. I don't know. So I take a sip. She takes a sip. She's like, that's not helping. It's not only going to get me like more like in this mood. I said, okay, fine. So I said, here, fiance, you take half of it, and I'll finish the rest. He takes half of it. I take the rest. They start asking my friends started asking how we know each other. And everyone's like, oh, we all met during the trial for Tory Lanez. And so, and my friend's like, well, do you think he did it? You guys have been watching and been covering coverage. Do you guys think he did it? Armon is just so extra. He did it. The DNA, he did it. He did it. I don't care what nobody says. My friends are like, okay, he's extra AF. Like, he's extra. We okay, we just want to know if you guys have any inside tea, So my friend, again, she's whispering to me, I'm going to go. I'm going to just excuse myself. I said, well, let me walk you guys out at least, So we get up. I grab my purse and my jacket. I'm wearing a strapless onesie with some slacks. Grab my sweater and I grab my purse. I don't know what woman would leave their purse at a table with strangers that they don't really know. And now to come to find out they don't like me. So I took my purse and my sweater. We get up. I said, you guys, I'm going to go get her some tea. Everyone knows she wanted tea. Everyone knows I made her take this shot. Everyone knows that I was trying to get her to outlast this tea craving. So I'm like, you guys, we're going to go get the tea from downstairs. Nobody says anything, whatever. Oh, excuse me. Pause before the tea. I said, well, they're going to leave. And they said, well, we're kind of ready to wrap up anyway. So I asked for the check. I said, excuse me, can I get the check? Check comes, $374. I start laughing because I'm like, we literally wrapped up $50 ahead when you think about it. And I'm like, you know what? Screw this check. Let's throw it up in the air and see where it lands. Get real. So I'm like, let's throw this check up, see where it lands, and wherever it falls, they shall pay. And so, Armon finds that to be a giggle. And so, we're trying to figure out, like, okay, da-da-da-da. And we're like, Milagro, where's your money? She's like, oh, I already paid. I got my food to go. Her food never came. They boxed it for her. Like, she wanted it boxed. So her food was already boxed. She already paid for on the side. So not only did that kind of, like, not rob us the opportunity of equally splitting it, but, like, they're not going to split it now 6 different ways because one person already paid. So someone has to collect it, whatever. So we're trying to figure it out. The waitress comes with a whole brand new cocktail, a whole new frosé. And we're like, who's that for? And our mom's like, oh, it's for me. I said, so how did you get a brand new drink and we're supposed to be leaving? And he's like, well, like, I'm going to finish it. I said, well, now I want to taste it. So he gets a fork. There's no spoons. He gets a fork, forks a little bit of the frosé, feeds it to me. Cool, cute. I'm like, okay, it is good. But I just know, side note, I just know we can't all get up and leave because you have to finish that. We're not going to make you chug it. You're definitely not going to chug it because the way you've been babysitting that shot, you drink slowly. So, I'm like, well, now I feel like it's okay for me to walk down my girlfriend to get her tea downstairs because Armon has a fresh drink that he's working on. So I get up and I said, you guys, I'm going to go get her tea. I'll be back. Everyone's like, okay, cool. Or no acknowledgement, whatever. My friends and I go downstairs to get the tea. My girlfriend's like, do you guys have agave? They said, no, we have honey. So she's like, I'll take honey. So we're down there talking, I think maybe literally, and I can acknowledge, like, time went by, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. The elevator was crap. So we were down there while he's looking for the honey. He comes up. She's like drizzling it up, getting it going. She's like, this is just what I needed. Like, perfect. I said, okay, I got to go back upstairs. They said, well, we're not going to go back upstairs. We're going to leave you, Cupcake, with your unique friends. I said, okay, well, at least let me walk you guys out to the car. Southern hospitality here, Southern Belle, okay? So I walked them to their car, which, again, third base, Tao, Mama Shelter. I walked them from here to their car. As I'm walking them to their vehicle, Tao had been open. Manager's outside. Manager recognizes me. He also recognizes the rapper that I was with. He's like, Cupcake, so-and-so? I said, yes, I know him. I actually just did his podcast. And he's like, come inside. Let me bless you with a shot. Please, it's my treat. Cupcake doesn't turn down a free shot at all. So we go inside Tao. Now this is the juicy story. I definitely taking full-fledged accountability. I should have said I'm at Tao. I just figured homeboy was still working on his drink. I should have said I left the actual premises, but I'm still downstairs. You guys are on the roof. I'm downstairs on the ground. So we go inside Tao. Now, the way Tao is set up, you walk in, you have to go down to greet the table, to greet the hostess. So as you're walking down, there's a wall. So you can't see who's behind that wall. You walk, hostess, and then you got to turn that corner. You have to do the little. So we walk in, we sit down. It's always dark in there. Always dark. Sit down. The manager comes with this little tower of shots. It's the cutest thing with flowers and a lotus flower. And so go in there, take a shot. Now Milagro has called me. She did call me at 7:30. She called me. I did not answer. Reason being is because if I answered, she would have heard all this music going on and realized that I was somewhere else. So I sent her a text. I said, hey, I'm downstairs. No response. I was like, let me just text her. Her phone lives on Do Not Disturb. I go to Armon. I said, hey, I'm downstairs. He said, well, girl, come pay your bill. I said, I'm on the way. How much is it? He said, get up here. I said, I only had French fries. I think they were $10. I literally put $10. He said, okay. I'm not sure if that okay meant like, okay, you only had 10, like whatever, or okay, I'm coming. Like, I'm not sure what that was. So I tell the manager, hey, I got to get up and go get this large party. I have a party of like 6 or 7 coming here at Tao. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to the front desk and see where we can seat you guys. I said, okay, cool. I'm looking at the manager go walk to the hostess. Once he hits the corner, he's kind of out of my view. So I'm sitting there and I'm like gathering my things. And as I sit back up, Armon turns the corner and he comes storming. I said, oh, you found me. I say that in the most like, oh, okay, so y'all figured that crap out and now you've come to the next place. Like, you found me, let's get it going. He's like, F you, you B, I don't want you ever talking to me again. You are done. I don't want you in my space. As he's saying whatever words he's saying, the manager comes because he saw what type of time and energy that aura was. Manager comes, he stands right between us. I'm sitting down. This grown man over 5'8" is standing up pointing at me aggressively. And I can feel however I want to feel with that because no man will speak to me like that. So the manager comes and he's in between. He's like, we're not doing that in here. And you're definitely not talking to her like that. So you can go ahead and dismiss yourself. Mind you, I'm sitting here, rapper sitting here, fiance sitting over there. So everyone's in, they could see that was energy. So Armon storms off. Now, NIQUEATNITE's friend comes. Dominique comes. He's like, before he gets to words, I said, nope, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say either. Now I'm like, oh, I'm on defense mode. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. The manager says, cupcake? Okay. He said, young man, when I said nobody's going to talk to her like that, I meant nobody. So you guys can have this conversation outside if she wants to go outside, but it's not happening in here. So I just sit back. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't need to, this black man's taking care of it. So then by that time, everyone has left except for the older woman. Older woman is there. She's like, at the end of the table, she's like, cupcake. I said, what? She goes, why did you leave us? I said, I'm downstairs. You guys were able to find me. I don't have anyone's room key card, jacket. I'm not holding anybody something. She's like, you had a tab open. I said, how much was it? She said, I don't know. I said, so how did you guys pay for it? She said, Milagro paid for it. I said, okay, so tell Millie to come and I will pay her back. Millie said nothing while she's been saying that. She said nothing. Do you understand? So then she leaves. So now I'm like, you guys, can you believe that? And the manager goes, you know what? If I didn't know any better, like, I would, like, he's like, birds of a feather flock together. Thank God I know you to not be that baddies, to throw a drink, loving hip hop. He's like, you're always so calm and classy. And thank God that, not only did you exude that just now, but like, what the heck was that? He's like, I know. He's like, I was at the front desk and I pointed them to where you were. I said, yeah, of course, because he's like, because you just told me you were expecting a party. I said, exactly. He said, if I would have known they were on that type of time to try and do anything, nothing positive to you, I would have never pointed them to where you were. He said, I guided them to where you were. But once he saw homeboy's animosity, he's like, I just knew the energy was off. I had to come and step in and see what was going to be the commotion because he just looked like he had a vendetta. He said, is there a girl named Cupcake here with big curly hair? And he's like, yeah, he's right. He's like, I pointed them to you. I pointed them to you. So they leave. Sitting now, chopping it up with my friends. They're like, you know what? If he would have got 5 seconds in more, whether words or a foot, they would have had to like really defend my honor. But they were like, they told the manager, we were just upstairs with them. They weren't done. Yes, the check came, but they weren't done. And they were like, Venmo, Apple Pay, Zelle doesn't work now. Because why did she need to physically go back up there? Especially where they knew that they could find her. So now moving on, next day, I go in court. We go through the body scanner thing. And I see Milagro sitting down. I got my 20 cute folded. Oh, $40, excuse me. Somehow it went from, excuse me. After they left, I was sitting there sulking and I was like, you know what? Let me apologize. I sent Milagro and Armon a text. He had already blocked me off of everything, phone, social media, everything. So I sent her a text with him so she can see it or read it to him. I said, I apologize. I definitely should have kept it an updated as to where I was. I definitely apologize, right? She said, it's the principle. Your apology means nothing. You left people on the table and you know you had an open tab. I paid for it. It wasn't just no $10 French fries. You ordered shots and water. That I said, no, the shots were taken. I was thinking the shots were taken care of. But you know what? For the sake of going back and forth while I'm still here with company, I will send you $40. Like, I'm thinking I'm going to send you $40. So the next day at court, that's how I knew it was $40 supposedly. She sent me a receipt, but the receipt just had a remaining balance. So I don't know if it was fries or tax or whatever from them tipping or not tipping. I don't know what. God, Scout's honor, I have no idea what the $43 was, because they said it's a health charge, tax, and then gratuity, as if we got bottle service. And it was all these other things that were added. Still don't know how you get from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay, $16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 31, 32. I don't know how we got to $40. Beyond me. So court the next day, I got the $40 folded up. I hand it to her. She says nothing. I turn around, I go to the restroom. When I come back, I sit across from her. She's speaking to two women who were not there. So I don't know. I didn't want them involved or having to just even go over there and do that. So she saw me and she could have grabbed me by herself, and I could have as well, but I've already given you the money. So we should kind of, debt is cleared. Armon walks in. So does the older woman. They're sitting down. He's standing up. I didn't know he was right there. So I turned because I can hear some mumbling and cackling. So I turned and he's like, she didn't pay. She didn't pay. Like, it never, like $10. And I'm like, oh, does someone have something to say? Nothing. No one spoke to me. No one said anything. Nothing. So I'm thinking, all right, this will die down. God knows it did not die down. So after that, court's over. No one says anything. Boom, 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 boom. Somehow, they say that I started this because I posted a Instagram photo that was really small in caption saying, thank God for two Black men protecting a Black woman's honor. Somebody took that, ran with it, and he now wanted to make a story time out of it by saying, hey, you guys, do you guys want me to make a story time about how this woman dined and dashed? You didn't need voting. You were going to do it. You wanted to do it. Content was slow. News is slow. Thank you for the promo. So he does a story time, and it's just making me so exaggerated. But what he fails to realize is how we were friends for 6 months before any of this went down, and how his discernment was telling him how Cupcake is not a good girl. I had a business meeting with them and didn't pay for all the business advice that they gave me. I had ordered him a drink and didn't pay for it. All of these things I have now, this track record that you want to tell everyone, but you didn't speak to me. A grown man didn't speak to me and told me he had a problem with me, but continued to hang out, continued to jump in my cars that I ordered, continued. And this is Milagro&I's issue. She's been paid back. I don't know what the problem is. Now it's become messy. Now they've told the internet I have an eating disorder. I am a maid. I'm X, Y, and Z. Like, it is beyond me now, and I want no parts of that. So the story's over. So now I'm clearing my good name in these Hollywood streets, because I'll be darned if someone plays with me. So I will see them again in June.
And that is true. And you know what? I stand with you 100%. Like, I stand with you 100%. I feel like, you know, that is your story from beginning to end. Not one time did you say, oh, I wanted to sneak out on them. Oh, I was trying to do some underhanded. I think why would you bring friends with you if you were planning on dashing? You know, I mean, what are your friends going to think about you? And as far as the rapper, who is the rapper? Your friend?
I can say his name. His name is Chip the Ripper. He's from Ohio. He is a handsome Black man. You guys can all Google him. He's very well known. I don't know if he was signed with Kanye, but I think he had some doings with good music. But yeah, he just got engaged. So I'm embarrassed because I don't want them to think I'm known for kind of this networking princess, and so I don't want them to think that like that left a really bad taste in their mouth. Yes, they know I'm not like that.
Well, I want to take it back here because this was a 5-star situation. And sometimes, you know, you have people on a Wendy's budget, but want like Papa Do's or Houston's or Mahogany service, you know? And so I want to start here because at a 5-star restaurant, you wait to be seated You don't just go and have a seat. Like, I think that they're so used to, basic outings, and it's nothing against them, but it's you have to know the environments that you are walking into. You know, do your research before you go to these places. And then you said that Armand started queening out and slapping his hands and clapping and oh girl this and looking for a moment. Not far
Yeah,
fetched.
and I want to say two things. One, that I was showing everyone around. So not that I'm owed for you to pay my bill or tab, but I am kind of the like, I don't know, for my friends, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Get me on the next one. Or you know what? She took care of the Uber. We just don't count favors over here. And so he's quick to slam down his Amex. He's quick to be so extra. And so he's telling me, oh, I name dropped. I said who was coming to the table. I said it was a rapper. Well, yes, I said it was a rapper. So that you know it's a safe environment, because you just gave Tia a hard time by saying she couldn't get in the car. So now since I'm inviting people, I want you to know they are on your level.
And right here, you took initiative to not surprise him like he was before. He didn't want to acknowledge that. I want to thank you for that. I'll acknowledge it. You took initiative to say, hey, I already saw how this went before. I want to invite somebody. Let me go to him as a woman and ask, or let me ask the group and ask. Nobody has an issue with it. Okay, my friends are coming. All right, now, when you go to Toe and, you get the tower of shots with the flowers, I mean, that's elegant dining. That's elegant happy hour. That's elegant 5 o'clock somewhere to keep it appropriate.
Right.
So, you say that you reached out to a Milagro text at 7:30. You sent the text to say that you were downstairs, no text. And then here comes Armon again, being very aggressive. Okay, so we're going to speak about before you got to Toes. Armon had said, get up here, texting you, get up here. It's like, am I your friend? Am I your pet? Am I the do girl? I mean, how did you feel when he decided to command you to get up there as though y'all were partners?
And I think this is going to be very important. Everyone keeps giving Armand the benefit of the doubt of like, he's just so extra. That's how he is. And it's just like, he didn't mean anything. If we weren't friends, I would think that like, yeah, you don't summons me to come back upstairs. And if I was so bougie and spoiled, you pay it. I'm gone. You pay it. Or give them my number. Have them call me and I'll give them the card over the phone. If that's the case. But it was like, oh, come up here. No, girl, come up here now. It's kind of like, okay, he's being extra and like he's had some drinks. And so I know I know that tone via text isn't anything. Like people get text messages a tone. But like, I was like, now I'm really dragging my feet because you don't make me come anywhere. You had a whole cocktail you were still sucking down.
How you doing? Okay, so let's move over to Toe. And Armand storms in. I mean, he's so aggressive. I mean, you would have thought that he was in there looking for his man with another man.
And this is the thing. Everyone is saying, oh, he wasn't that aggressive. My interpretation, another black man's interpretation, and the manager having to step in. 1 + 1 is always going to be 2 all day, every day, English, Spanish, French. It's going to always be equivalent to 2. So if you think I don't have a right to feel that way, okay, someone else was offended by that man's behavior towards me.
So the manager
else who works there, like.
Right. So the manager comes over because Armand ran down on a woman and got kicked out. And so you said earlier that he was asked to leave. Armand made it seem like he left at his own will. And And then to hear that, okay, one man has already ran down on you aggressively. So another man decides, okay, well, let me get my gear in order and let me come at her. So that was Dominique. That was Nique's boyfriend or friend. How did you feel about that? Another woman's man coming to check you.
Now, I want to answer in the most classy way. So I didn't think that gentleman was her man. I thought he was. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
What? Okay.
That's what. So that's what it gave me, and that's what it gave my friend. So, but to answer,
do you think that's why Armon was amped up the way that he was and wanted to do the?
I definitely know that from that walk to that walk, that point they were pumping him up. He needed not only that liquor encouragement, but the goons were getting him nice and hot and bothered to come in and make a scene. Because if I would have respected for him to be like, y'all go in there and find her and bring her outside, because I'm not doing that in there. I would have respected that. Bring me outside. Come outside. Catch me outside. So I would have respected that if he would have said, you know what, when you guys go find her, go in there and see if she's in there. If she's in there, tell her to come talk to me, because that was dead wrong. And I'm not walking in there with that type of energy. Boom. He came in to try and storm in, make a scene. He got real loud and real ignorant and really distasteful. And then he stormed off, but he wanted a moment. And I guarantee if we had still those cocktails, we had no food on the table. The shots were removed because we were going to get up and go to another table. But I guarantee if there was a glass of water or something, he would have definitely pulled a Jason Lee and threw a drink in a woman's face. I feel it in my soul. He would have done that.
Wow. Well, I would have hated it for him because the way that, you know, those real men stood up and defended your honor. How did that feel? Some real men standing up for a Black woman in LA. I mean, Black women are known to be this stereotypical ghetto thug, neck rolling, let me tell you one thing or two and let me get my threats out there type of behavior. How did it feel to be a queen and be saved?
I don't want to ruin my connections at Tao, but when I tell you I have the hots for the manager, because the way that like not only turned me on, but I was like,
that's why you need this.
I know I need the I was like, go ahead and defend my honor. Like, you gotta, I wish more people had men figures, friends to protect them and ride out. Even after I kept apologizing, I'm so sorry, because I introduced you guys to them. I told you to pull up on me with them. And he's like, don't be embarrassed. Like, that's inappropriate. I don't care. And he said, I don't even care what type of time you were on. That's a grown man doing that to you. You're 5'3". You were the tiniest little thing. Like, where do you think you get the name Cupcakes? My name isn't Hard Brick. It's Cupcakes. Like, it's the sweetest thing. And so I do want to say this before we even move on. I want to shout out to Nick at Night for, I guess she made a video. I never watched it. She took it down. I don't know if it was regarding views or whatever. I've been so much hearsay. But I want to say here on the platform that I appreciate her for either telling her side and then removing it. Because everyone, I guess, was supposedly clearing their name because Armon was like fake doing a process of elimination, which is why Milagro spoke, Nick spoke. And so I guess people felt the need to clear their name. I don't have a platform like them. So I didn't get to have the pleasure of clearing my name. But she took down the video. She never spoke to me disrespectfully. We have actually never even shared a sentence. So I didn't think that her friend that she came with would ever have the audacity to speak to me when she doesn't speak to me. We don't have we don't have a relationship at all. So that took me by surprise. But he wanted to let one off too. So everyone got to just one by one step up to the podium and tell me about myself. But respect to her. That's what I wanted to say.
Right. And we are friends with Nique. I am a subscriber of hers. And I'm gonna cover this and then I'm gonna wrap something up. So Milagro could have gotten her money when they showed up. I mean, I just feel like it was overdone. I feel like Armon boosted it. They boosted him. It was like you said, the next drink that had come, he gobbled it down. Maybe it hit him. He was amped up. I don't think that it's ever okay for any man, whether you're gay, straight, in between, up, down, around. You never approach a woman. That's a big no-no. It's like you don't know someone's story. I mean, what? I mean, we have the DV survivors out here. We have all type of survivors out here. You
What's
don't
sad
do
is he does know my story, and I know his story, which is why and it's unfortunate that things should be left off the internet. And what I discuss in private, it's sad that it's no longer private. It'll be used as ammunition. Like, it's so sad, so disgusting. But yes, I'm being told that he is giving everyone the green light to have me on their show to speak my piece. He doesn't run nothing over here. I don't want him running nobody's platform. He spoke on something, and y'all knew I was going to talk at some point, right? It was going to give red table at some point. So I have another interview to do in a moment, and the gentleman told me, like, you know, he did run it by Armon. Armon may be open to having sit down. I'm not.
Oh, I didn't. Listen, I did it. I didn't get no checks. I didn't verify. I didn't do anything. Baby, listen here. This is your time. This is your moment, and I'm here to give you that platform to do you. Get your story out there. And then another thing, I wanted to let people know that I did call the hotel because Neek did have a bad experience at the hotel as far as her salad, her fork had broke off in her salad, and her water had come hot. And so I reached out to them. So they're going to reach out to me because I want her to get something complimentary, a different experience, maybe by herself or her and her friend, or whatever the case may be. So I did do that. So not only am I covering the story, but I'm also giving solutions to the story as well. So it's a beautiful thing that you said, you know, you didn't have an issue with Nick, and, you know, it wasn't her, it was the boyfriend, and you respectfully, you didn't have to do that. And so we took care of her as well over here to make sure she has a better experience when she goes to that restaurant. So with closing words, what's some advice that you would give to someone that might end up in this situation?
See, I had to go through this. And as cliche as that sounds, it hasn't made me closed off to meeting new people because I've mastered the art of, okay, it's a brand new day. I thank God I have breath in my lungs. I can see, I can hear, I can smell. I can wake up and have another experience, another 24 hours. So I've mastered that. For the people that have not mastered that, and this internet, this whole thing, even if it was off the internet and someone shunned you in your friend group, I want you to know that your light is still valuable. You're still important. You still have to keep giving people chances, as hard as that may be. God knows how hard that may be. But be gracious, have grace, have patience, for you don't know what demons they're fighting. They might come around and say sorry in a month or 2 months, but you just have to have your head held high, chin up, chest out, and just, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. I can talk about this story till I'm blue in the face, but when I tell you, every time I see $40, I laugh. I want some French fries right now.
You know what? I think like right after the show, I might go and get me some French fries. Me and my sister, we were supposed to have like a dinner date, but I put it off. But we'll get to that. But one thing I did want to showcase was you know, because some people go off an experience and then they judge the person. And so I wanted to give you a fair chance at telling your story and being vulnerable and sharing the intimate parts of your life that could have took you up out of here or had you in a different mind space to where you couldn't live life how you are now. And so this will not be your last time on the show. We're connected. now, and like I said, with your future plans, we want to be a part of that. We want to showcase that. We want to empower you, and we want to learn and grow from you. This was an experience, a learning experience. When you talk about this experience, it kind of made me think of the Shanquilla Robinson. You know, oh, she thought she too good. She talking white. She this, she that. And so we have to be mindful of the people that we are in circles with. If it does not feel right, you move around. Don't stick around for the drink. Don't stick around for the food. If you don't feel right with somebody, you do what your intuition is telling you to do. With that being said, I do want to leave out with our daily devotional. In the service of all, ask God to help you see opportunities to bless others with the abilities He's given you. May 12th, 2023. 1 Corinthians 12:18 through 26. Many of us have heard sermons about working as members of Christ's body. Even so, when it comes to using our talents and gifts, people often think too small. They may picture the choir singer or the Sunday school teacher, and if they don't happen to be a good fit for such roles, they become discouraged and choose to watch from the sidelines. It's time to start thinking of this work in a different way. The church is not a place or a time, it is a body of believers, each one uniquely gifted by God to guide, help, challenge, and support the rest. Paul's metaphor of body parts working together harmoniously is a helpful description of how one action can have widespread impact. Consider the way tensing your big toe steadies your whole body. The whole the hu- whew, a humble part has a very important role to play, doesn't it? In the same way, a gentle rebuke, a listening ear, or a loving deed can strengthen a brother or sister who is then better able to support another member. In that way, the whole church benefits. Our purpose on this earth is to serve God and His kingdom. We do so by ministering to each other in ways that build up and beautify the church as a whole. So, with that being said, hopefully I wasn't stumbling too much and you guys got the message. Um, each one teach one, let's forgive. And Midnight Cupcakes, you taught me something today because there was two people that I kind of got angry with because it was like, oh my God, this is my time. You don't mess with my time. And I over thought that situation. I let other people's experience dictate how I treated them in that moment. So I'm going to have to circle around and give apologies and give these two people a second chance. So your words, see what God, what people turned out for, for your bad, God turned it around for your good. So I want to thank you for being you. I get knocked down a lot for having a big personality and just being bubbly and wanting everybody to have a good time. And don't you stop it. Don't you stop it. And where's your receipt? Because
Oh,
you were supposed to have a receipt.
where is my receipt? You know what? I got wristbands from the club.
Okay.
I got tickets. I got the courtside
Yeah.
ticket. I don't have my receipt.
Give us how did you do that receipt with that courtside ticket? Can you give us an example of how the receipt went up in the air?
Okay, child. Okay, so when the receipt came, it was on like a cute little clipboard, and it was clamped down. So she handed me the receipt. She said, "Oh, okay, here's the receipt." I said, "You know what? I'm about to throw this thing up and see where it lands." And I said, "Whoa!" And wherever it landed is who had to pay, and it wasn't me.
Girls need love, let me tell you something. Girls need love, girls need love, girls need love. Girls need love, so what's a girl to do? She needs love, and girls need love. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah.